Hello. There'll be a picture of your mom in like 10 years from now. Keep in mind there's a delay of like 15-20 seconds. Utterly annoying, but it's can't fix it apparently, at least not right now. So we'll just have to deal with it. We'll just see what happens, right? So the time now is 3 minutes past. Let's see how fast what the delay actually is. So if you, by the time you hear this, type something so I can see what the actual delay is and keep that in mind. Sweet. Oh, it's actually 20-second delay, but no, we'll manage. So like I promised, we're gonna design a character for the level design toolkit that I've developed, and this is one of the brand new enemies that we're gonna design. So I made a base mesh in Maya. As you can see, it's not really that complicated. It's pretty basic base mesh, and then I added some stuff to make it a little bit more scary. But the entire purpose of this mesh is nothing more than to sculpt it in ZBrush, so we have a bit more freedom to design it. Mine's a little bit linear when it comes to modeling, and ZBrush is a little bit easier to manage some and design a little bit faster. So I added some more edge loops, more than I needed, but in this case I needed to be for ZBrush. And if you want to go, I can go into detail about why, but for now let's just keep in mind that this is actually done on purpose. And yes, hopefully something will come out of the mouth, like acid spit. That's at least the point of it. Like acid spit ranged attack would be kind of cool. So we'll just see how it goes. So first I'm going to just merge everything together and see what it actually will look like in ZBrush. Let's modify, give it a nice name. So anyway, okay. By default, ZBrush only accepts OBJs. Okay, nowadays it has been changed, but by default we pretty much use OBJs a little bit easier. So I will export one version of it, so test it, see if it actually works in ZBrush. So let's just start sculpting. Let's open up ZBrush. For those who don't know ZBrush, it's a sculpting program, 3D sculpting program that changed the world. Before this we had to do everything in Maya, and nowadays we just sculpt it by actual tools like you would have with clay, for example, so a little bit easier. So import it in the ZBrush. Now look like this. A little bit spooky, but so let's look at it, change the material. This looks awful. So the cool thing about ZBrush is that it supports a crazy amount of polygons. I tested this one before and I can go up to 55 million polygons with ease. After that gets a little bit harsh, because then, well, it's 55 million times 4. It's like 220 million polygons, and even my PC can't handle that many triangles. So 55 is my max, which is more than enough for any character we'll ever design. So let's just simplify it a little bit more, so we get a little bit more smoother details. I pretty much just go to town on it. First thing I want to do is just divide it into polygroups. Keep in mind that I'll be doing this in my own pace, so if something's happening, like what the fuck just happened, just type something or let me know so I can give a clear answer on it. Well, let's just see what happens, right? So first let's work on the face a little bit, because right now it's a little bit boring. So let's see if we can make it a little bit more scary. So the face right now is very round and therefore a bit too cute. So let's make it a little bit more demonic. Let's just create some more skull-like features. So let's just create something that looks a little bit more evil, a little more what you expect. And the cool thing about it is it's very fluid workflow, so you can very easily create and add more interesting things if you want it to be. So in this case, like for example here, you expect something more like an actual eye socket here, so I might as well add a little bit more volume here, so it gets a little bit more like an actual eye socket. Let's see, like this. Let's move it out a little bit better. Usually the jawline in like creepy aliens and stuff like that is very pointy. Right now it's very round, so it's again a little bit too cute. So let's make it a little bit more evil. Yeah, something like that. Maybe this part here should be a little bit like this. Maybe emphasize a little bit on the actual jawline, make it a little bit more pronounced, like this. That looks pretty okay. So the eyes are right now very flat, very weird. So let's create a little bit more volume on the actual eye sockets, more intensity. Maybe a little bit here as well. So you get like I don't know what's called in English, but in Dutch we call it wallen onder de ogen. Like when you're tired, right, you get these lumps under your eyes, and this is pretty much the same thing. So it's just adding volume a little bit, create a little bit more feeling like they're actually alive, because of the fatty tissue that you would expect in people's eyes. Let's see what it looks like with the actual eyes. So the eyes right now is also very round. It's way too cute. So let's make it a little bit. Wow, saggy eyes, thank you very much. Let's make the eyes a little bit more interesting. Let's make sure that we don't actually change the eyeballs themselves. Would not be helpful. So let's create some evil looking eyes. Yeah, it's a cute monster. It was a cute monster, but it will be a little bit more evil. So it looks a little bit more diabolical. A little bit better. Bags on the eyes, also a good point here. Let's look at a little bit more. I know this is very cliche, but it works. So if something works, is it a cliche? We can talk about that all day long. We're not gonna do that though. Let's do it like this, maybe. And no, I'm not working on next Bloodborne. Evil mustache. Oh, we could actually do that quite easily. We're not gonna do that though, at least right now. A little bit more volume here, so the eye let's actually fall over. Let's see, that's pretty good. This is a little bit more too cartoony, so a little bit more straight, maybe. There you go. This. See, that's all already a little bit more evil. So let's add a little bit more detail to the face. So let's add one more subdivision. So you can see here up here that I'm already up to 872,000 triangles. It still runs very smooth, so it's the main advantage of ZBrush. So let's actually create a little bit more like fleshy shapes here, a little bit more like a strong line. Let's see if this works. Look weird. Let's emphasize this part a little bit better, maybe here. Nice forward line. Maybe just some skin striations. That was pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, this program is second year. Yeah, yeah. And third quarter of the second year, you actually get. We will teach you ZBrush. Well, we will teach you how to do this pretty much. Well, not like this, but yeah, you get the idea. Let's emphasize the actual eyes, the human eyes a little bit better. Maybe a little bit more in here, maybe. That works. Maybe more skin flap here. And maybe a dent here would be nice, like this. Yeah, it looks a little bit weird. Let's make the nose a little bit more clear, so you can see that's a nose. Like that. A little bit better. Cool. Okay. So let's make his eyebrows a little bit more like he's angry. Well, I would be angry as fuck if some spider took over my body, so give it more like an evil eyebrow look. There we go. Emphasize a little bit better. A little bit more volume would be cool here as well, I suppose. There we go. So he now looks really angry and pissed off. Yeah, the ZBrush controls are a little bit iffy. It's even worse when you go back from ZBrush to Maya and then into Substance Designer, for example, or Substance Painter. It's like 3 different schemes of controls, and you get really confused at some point. Then you like start doing everything but the actual keys that you want to use. Okay, let's do the same for the head. Spider head. Let's give him a little bit more eyebrows here as well, because it looks pretty weird right now. Let's give him a little bit more volume here. I'm just adding volume. Just like throwing it around and then smoothing it out so you get a nice subtle volumes like this. That makes it kind of nice. Maybe something here as well. Yeah. This is a bit weird though. A bit more volume. There we go. Cool. Maybe a little bit more here as well. So this doesn't look as weird as it looks now. A little bit more. I just want to be careful that I don't add something in here like a nose that looks like a nose, because then you get some really weird stuff that you have a nose in a nose. I kind of want to avoid that, so yeah. Okay. Let's work on his mouth a little bit, because I kind of want him to be like super skinny. Well, not skinny, but like really like every like bit of fluid has been drained from him, or well, you get the idea. So I'm just gonna get rid of some volume here, so it looks like his mouth is like really stretched out. Maybe emphasize a little bit more on his cheekbones, so he doesn't have like subtle. Kind of cool. And a little bit. Let's emphasize this part here as well. So usually when you have the mouth like stretched like this, you get this line here. I kind of want to have as well. So like I just sense here that his mouth is like really stretched out. It's perfect. It's kind of the whole point. And maybe let's emphasize his jawline as well, because it's always cool. So weird, yes, it's really weird. But keep in mind that the spider will be like really big, so you look at him like this from this angle. And not like from here, for example, so more like from this angle. And his face is starting to look pretty diabolical. It's not done yet, but for now let's just move on to the actual body, because it looks really boring right now. So we're just gonna emphasize some muscles and fix his collarbone here, because I think he's dead. Well, he's dead, but yeah. So, for example, the chest here, right? You would expect a little bit more like this, a little bit more roundish. Also, the collarbone is a little bit higher, so I'm gonna move it up. No, not like that. A little bit higher. A bit more flat here. Just smooth everything out. There you go. Maybe emphasize his neck muscles a little bit better. Just adding volume here, so it looks like his neck could actually sustain his giant head in a head. No, I'm not adding superhero muscles. I'm just being very anatomically correct. That'd be the correct answer. Let's emphasize his neck muscles a little bit better. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Maybe a little bit more like this. Okay. So let's start emphasizing a little bit better. So the collarbone here needs to like define a little bit more, like this. Maybe even a bit more actually. There we go. Let's create like an actual line here. There we go. Well, since I kind of want to be skinny, so I'm gonna make his rib cage a little bit more visible. So I'm just gonna adding lines here, smoothing them out. As you can see, though, the lines are still there, but just subtle, which is kind of what I want to have. So he looks like skinny, but like super skinny. So let's emphasize his pecs a little bit better. Not too much, like this. Again, as you all know, it flows over into the deltoids here, like this. Like you see, a nice clear line here. Should be one here as well. So I will add some teeth later on. Let's get this a little bit in. Way too volume. That's better. That's much better. Okay, let's emphasize the rib cage a little bit better. In the basic, so here we just need a little bit more like exaggeration, because that's never a bad thing. In this case, also kind of want to add again the ribs. Just want to emphasize them solely like this. You know, you can see that they're there, which is the whole point. So let's add the actual muscle. So here's the dorsi, which flows. Then in the back we get the trapezium. This line, actually I'd make it bigger for me. Let's go nuts. A little bigger. Okay, add a line here for the actual spine. When you hold shift, if you hold shift, you get a nice straight line. In here again, the with dorsi, which flows up to here-ish, then you get the shoulder area. Delta. I'm just adding the lines. And that's it. So let's bring like a dent here. Just adding them, and so it's like a subtle reminder that he has muscles, nothing more. There we go. Well, that's pretty good. His belly is weird though, so let's make it actually like round-ish, rounder, I should say. like this. Right, and don't forget to click the bell icon apparently, because that will give you a nice shout out when I'm streaming again. Oh, wrong button. There we go, let's make the legs a little bit thinner. Again, I kind of want to be like super skinny, but not too skinny. So this line here. Just emphasizing the muscles. Beer belly. Yes, there will be a beer belly. Nice line here, then you get the muscles here. Just a line, nothing more. There we go. Maybe some calf action here. Yeah, it's pretty okay. It's pretty okay. Not done, but we'll get to that. See, it's full of baby spiders, correct? That's the whole point. Make this a little bit more. Ooh, that's weird. Just a little more emphasis on the cover bone, looking nice. There. Okay. And then the arm muscles. Again, just emphasizing them, not really defining them, but hinting you that they are there. So here. Yeah, it's close enough. So here, oh, it's fine. Here. Then we get the tricep action. Cool. It's pretty okay. It's pretty okay. So yeah, they do have like those mandibles, but you know, since this is fantasy, I can pretty much do whatever I want. That's the cool part of it. So hence it's not really, probably not really correct. I don't know if someone here is like a spider fan, but if you aren't, then you don't care. But if you are, then I'm sorry. Let's actually make it look like the tentacles are sticking out of his actual flesh. Wouldn't that be cool? So I'm just masking everything out except for the actual body, so then I can actually add like these really, like those like skin tearing awesomeness. Just want to be dirty. Define spider ass. I didn't know spiders had asses. So this is pretty okay. It's in here. Make it nice. Ooh, touch. The story is, there is no story, to be honest. It's just something that like, oh, this is kind of cool to do, so let's do this. Why not? That's how anything cool gets created, just doing it. So I just make sure that these parts here are really sticking out, so you get this really sensation that the flesh actually got like torn off. Oh, autosave. Ooh, crap. There we go. Yeah, see, this is pretty good. The next part here. Let's go big here. Again, it's just adding weird stuff. We'll fix it later on as well. We're gonna add more detail to this, but for now we just want to have the volumes there, so I can see. Okay, this is kind of cool. So let's go on with this, like this. Let's do the last one. The actual legs. Make him hairy. Yeah, we can actually do that. That's actually really easy. Yeah, maybe a little bit more like this. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, this looks pretty good. This won't work. It's a good base. It's not done yet, but it's a good base. So let's do the same thing here. Subdivision, so up to 3.5 million already. I need more detail, so I'll add even more later on. Let's do the same thing here to the other ones. This part here, because we can, so let's add. Same thing to this. I don't know what these are, but I thought they were pretty cool, so why not, right? That's the point. So make it actually a little bit more sticking out like this. I don't know, there's like a spider that took over. If that makes any sense. It doesn't work really well. Let's do this. No, yeah, this is okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's a weird lumps here though, so let's fix that. These ones here, really weird. Okay, maybe it's what we call that, like stuff like this. My rib cage. This is kind of cool actually. Okay, let's get weird. I was thinking, right, because the whole game is around the plague pretty much. At least that was my original intention. So it wouldn't be cool if you had like plague lumps everywhere. So you also get like this really sick feeling to it that you're like, yeah, I don't want to touch this guy. Made it real weird. Big one here. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, let's name him Steve. Let's do one here as well. No, let's do it. I'm using a tablet. ZBrush with mouse, it is doable, but you really don't want to. It's like drawing a painting with a hammer. I mean, you could do it in theory, but you don't want to do it. It's just no. You can do it though, but no. Tablet is much easier. You also get a little bit more control over it. And it feels more like actual claying than like actual sculpting. Let's have a look. I think we need more. So you got a 7 using the mouse? No, I should probably fix that then. Right? Let's go here as well, like really big one. Oh, too big. Too big. Yeah, this looks pretty okay. Wouldn't it be cool in his neck? Let's try it. Okay. We can also always change it. So. Right here as well. Oh, ooh, looks like a nip. Oh, but I can find out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's weird. Let's make his stomach a little bit more fucked up. So let's use the rake. Just want to create like really weird indentations here, like striations on the skin. What better way to use this than like really fucked up brush like this? Yeah, I just want it to be subtle, not really over the top, but subtle. it's stronger. Yeah, it feels it has stretched out a little bit better. The one here as well. Oh, they work pretty good. The one here as well on the leg, so why not? Ooh, blister on his face. Ooh. Yes, let's do it on his cheeks. Let's see if it actually works. Well, we'll just see how it works. We'll see how it works. Maybe it will look weird. We'll see. We can always undo it, so no worries. It looks a bit out of place. Let's. We'll just come back to it. We'll come back to it. I'm not sure yet. Could work though, but it could also like really be over the top too much. I kind of want to avoid that. A bit more, maybe like here. Yeah, this is pretty good. That's pretty good. Need fangs, you need more fangs on this, holy shit. Well maybe, I thought about it, like I had like these arms coming from his mouth as well, but they looked really weird. It looked like he ate some crab and then decided he didn't like it, so he just like spat it out. And like, yeah, it looked very weird, so I didn't do that. Maybe we can add fangs later on. Let's just really make his let's make his legs a little bit more fucked up. That's the whole point, right? So, ooh, not like that. Let's see. Oh, not like that either. Holy shit. Looks pretty good. Pretty good as well. Okay, let's move this. There's like super fine detail I'll add later on, but I just want to get the volumes right. Well, okay, I'm missing something. It's like super important to every man. Ever. We're missing a bulge here. I was thinking maybe he's like wearing pants or something. We can actually add pants here. Yeah. The legs will be like hanging on the ground. So I'm gonna live stream it, how I model it, texture it, rig it, and animate it, and then import it into the game engine, in this case Unity. But I kind of want his legs like hanging on the ground, and same for his arms as well. That they are being dragged around. That'll be kind of cool. Yeah, for that as well, like ripped cloth, like ripped pants, for example. That's actually, let's see if it actually works. Let's find out. Let's just mask it. Let's give this man some pants. Except for this part here, because they'll be ripped. Maybe it's right here. No, it's here, maybe. It's there. Nope. It's off his butt. A little higher. There we go. Let's create some like rips in his pants. Or maybe one here. Like big bar over here. Kind of cool. Yes. Can always change that though. So for now, let's just see. Maybe one here. Ooh, cool if, yeah, like this. This part's fucked up. Maybe this part here is fucked up as well. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just masking it out, like which parts do I want to be pants, which parts do I don't want to be pants. Let's create here as well, like this. A little bit more jacket. So I'm just gonna make a mesh out of this mesh that I just made. It's very helpful, to be honest, once you know how to do this. So you just hit extract and you get pants, pretty much. A little bit too thick, as you can probably imagine. So let's go 0.001. 0.003. It's like how big our pants. This probably. Yeah, this stream should be recorded by default. So let's do it 0.05. Yep, this feels pretty good. And we have pants. This makes a lot more sense. Yeah, this is cool. Are they thinner? Really? Okay. I agree. Okay, so let's give him thinner pants. Let's hide this for a second. Can we go back to the actual mask here? Yeah. So let's do 3 then. Let's do this, right? It's pretty thin. Yeah, he was walking around without a shirt when this happened. I mean, why not, right? Let's get rid of this one. This one as well, actually. There's some weird stuff here. Oh, we can always give him a belt. If you like really want it, we can give him a belt. Clean up the mask a little bit better. Some weird stuff. Okay, so 0.03. If you don't like it, fuck it. So, pants. Oh, ooh, what happened? Oh, maybe like a ripped shirt, like half pieces of it. That would be kind of cool as well. So you get like these. Would that be cool actually? Yeah, let's try. Let's try. I have no idea if it will actually be like cool or it will look really weird, like a bikini of some sort that happened to be on him by accident, or not, I suppose. Let's see what this will look like if he has a t-shirt. Let's give him a very nice looking t-shirt or something, because every man needs a t-shirt in his life. Oh crap. So again, I'm just masking out like which the parts I kind of want to be a mesh, pretty much. Then once we have this part here, we can actually extract it from the mesh itself that we're using right now. Super cool method, super awesome. Once you actually get the hang of it, it's super helpful to create like really fast experiments in this case, because this is nothing more than an experiment. I just want to see if it would be cool if he was wearing a t-shirt. So let's just give him a t-shirt real fast. It is always faster than actually modeling it in Maya, because that would take well 10 minutes. This will take like two minutes ish, give or take. No, there is no story. I'm just having fun, pretty much. Okay, what can we do to make him a little bit more weird, a little bit more frightening, and like would you bring him home to meet your parents? Probably not, but I don't know. Let's go like this. Nah, close enough. Maybe like a spot here. Select to this part here and then cover it up. Let's see what it looks like before we actually. Oh god, it's crashing. Huh. Nah, this is weird, right? This is really weird. Let's see if everybody agrees that this is weird. Because I think this is weird. No, let's not do this. Let's not do this. This is too freaky. So can you show this again? Hooray! So let's make it span a little bit more like actual pants. So let's add some small volumes in here. Let's go. Oh. Do a little more like pants. Okay, it's like maybe too much. Let's just make it a little more pants here. Cloth is pretty simple. You just add like weird lines in there, and it will look like cloth almost instantly, like this. Like, just add one here and smooth it out, and you're like, oh, that looks like cloth. It's really not difficult. Here as well, because we can. Let's add some like harsh lines here. Get like the really pants feeling going on. Emphasize his butt a little bit better. Oh, too much, way too much. Beautiful. Let's go back to the actual character. Let's do a quick render, see what it looks like. Yeah. No, he wasn't wearing socks. I mean, I think he just woke up, heard something, he's like, what the fuck is this? And then he went outside and then he got eaten by a spider. I mean, it happens every day. It sounds like a very bad Monday, but you know. It could happen to you, you don't know. Okay, let's do the arms a little bit better, the hands especially. They look very soft right now. So let's start with the bones here, and here, ish. I don't want to talk about it, Jeffrey. I don't want to talk about it. Give us some knuckles. Let's give him some tendons here as well. Would be kind of cool. A little bit less intense. 4 tendons. Add some tendons here as well. Tendons. Exporting import skin weights. No, it's a bit faulty. You probably want to go to high-end 3D. There are some highendthree-d.com. It's its website. It actually has some really good exporting scripts that I have used in the past. So that should work. But yeah, it's iffy at best. It's always a bit of a problem exporting the weights and importing again and applying to a different model. It's always iffy. Funny enough, the best program that actually does it is 3ds Max. It actually exports it really well, and you can apply it to any different character. As long as the mesh topology is the same, you can do it to anything. No, there are no bones yet. No, I don't have an art station. No. I should probably make one at some point. I never got around to it. Let's make it a little bit more. Ooh, sausage fingers. Let's get some. Actually, first let's add some knuckles. Here, I'm just eyeballing it, so it could probably be wrong. Let's chicken mesh here. Here. No, too much. Okay. Yeah, I agree. He needs manicure, so I'm actually gonna do it right now, like a mani pedi. Spraying some dents here that you expect with fingers. That's over here. There. Okay, this is a bit too perfect. Better. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Makes things a little bit more wow. A little bit more pronounced. So yeah, you can go for it, Jeffrey. Just add lines here, so you get the feeling that there's actual bone in the fingers. Like this, just a line. When it's moved out, you can see that small volume here. That makes it a little bit more bony. So let's emphasize again the knuckles here, a little bit gone. That's too bad. No, it did not. Okay, this is pretty okay. The hands look, well, they look like hands right now. Okay, let's actually look at these bad boys here for a second. Oh, too much. Make it a little bit more interesting. Let's turn off symmetry and nothing happens. What? Why? Oh, oops. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Let's create something. Let's grab this one actually. So you want it to feel a little bit more bonier. They're pretty flat right now, so let's make it a little bit more interesting. Yeah, post it there. It's a good one actually. To post someone on the Facebooks. Okay, let's emphasize those boils. Actually, I'm gonna simplify one more time. So 14 million polygons. Okay, let's do a little bit more subtle. If you want to like really pop out, point intended, pun intended in this case. A little bit tedious, but you know it will make a lot of difference. once they're done. I can also add something like a small line here of like flesh. Make them really feel like they actually popped out of the skin instead of like thrown on there. Maybe a little bit more smoothing. From a distance still, I think that actually looks pretty okay. A little bit more smoothing here, a little bit. Make it feel like they actually should not be there, right? That's the whole point of it. To make you feel gross. That's the point. So, well, I'm not gonna do all of them, because you guys are probably not that bored. Maybe one here. But it's a good method of making things pop. So let's grab. Ooh, two. And same thing here, just add a line around it. And as usual, smooth the shit out of it. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Yeah, those things are things. Let's just call them things. I agree, actually. Let's make the ribcage a little bit more pronounced, actually. Let's make it a little bit more. So here you have the sternum, but it ends shipping here-ish. Then it looks like this, if I'm not mistaken. And then you get the actual ribs. Yeah, they are pustules. Because why not? And one here as well. Fuck it, let's go. Nah, looks pretty okay. Let's move a little bit more. We need a little bit of volume in between. Ooh, not like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Ooh, not like that. Okay, let's make stomach a little bit more creepy. Pretty boring right now, so let's not do that. So let's go nuts. So probably add a little line here to make it emphasize a little bit more. No, it does not, Jeffrey, no. Okay. So let's add some lines here. Just random lines. Beautiful piece of art, I know. Let's move it. Let's move it. Oh, I should save actually. Oh crap. Would probably be a good thing to do. Save it. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty okay. I know, I can save once. But you know, living on the edge, sometimes you have to just live hardcore, right? add some definition to the actual spider legs. Beautiful. Make it a little more creepier, a little more pointy. That worked pretty well. Same thing here. Let's pointy it up. And I'm not being really exact because, well, it's organic, so you don't want to be exact. You want to be organic, hence the name organic. So let's add one here. Ooh, okay, that one's weird. Let's not do that. Here. Make this one a little bit more. Yeah, it starts to pick. It's a good start. Okay, so I just want to show you just one more thing before I pretty much have to leave, but is adding detail. So by default there are some brushes in alpha channel, alpha maps in ZBrush that are pretty okay for skin. Let's do this one first. So I'm going to show you how you kind of want to have like super fine detail. In this case we want to add skin pores. In this case you kind of want to be exact though. And also don't want the pestilence to be detailed. I'm going to mask them out a little real fast so they don't get affected by my awesome alpha maps. Don't want to be exact though because I don't care. Here we go, and then I like super fine detail. Like this. Cool. That's pretty okay. So this is a good start, right? For a final mesh, you need way more detail than this. We're not gonna do that right now though, because that would take way too long. On average, like a sculpt takes like 4 or 5 hours, just for the base details. I don't have that much time, so I'm not gonna do that. Erase this a little bit. Don't know when the next stream is, but probably next week again, same time, same place. So hope to see you guys again next week. Would be really fun. And hope you enjoyed it. So I'll just see you next week, right? So have a nice evening and ciao.